first activity we are going to do is a river trip to the Pacuare. This river is absolutely fabulous. It's magnificent and is rumored to be one of the 7 most beautiful rivers on the planet.
We got together and the leaders told us that we had to pick out nature names.
Take a couple sunscreen bottles.
Basically, you pick a name, either in Spanish or English, and it has to do with nature, and that's your name for the rest of the trip.
I know that our leaders, they were named Luna and Sol, and I knew right away that that was Moon and Sun.
The nature names was Luna's idea, and I think it's a great, great tool. It kind of gives people a sense of starting anew.
We made this agreement where if we say someone's real name and not their nature name, the person that said the real name has to be pinched. So I'm trying not to say any names at all because I'm afraid that I'm gonna get pinched. And so I'm just kind of like, hey, you.
Oh, babe. I wrote the wrong name first.
I think that changing people's names kind of lets us break away from who we are at home and let us become a new person here.
This is my nature name, Chancho, means pig.
Mine came up to be Tiger. I was like thinking because tigers are really powerful and that's what I want to be. I want to be like strong during this experience.
Like barely. My nature name is Sloth. I was too lazy to think of any other name.
Kevin's my name, kayaking's my game, but if you guys don't want to get pinched, you're better off calling me Agua, okay?
When I found out that I had to go whitewater rafting on this trip, I was just nervous, hoping I wouldn't drown or something.
Now this river right here has got about 2,000 cubic feet per second traveling through it. Now a cubic foot is like a basketball. So picture 2,000 basketballs every second filled with water coming down and hitting you, okay?
I wasn't really so much of worried, I was just more of scared.
Follow that same command.
My name is Jim Rowe, and I'm actually the director of the school. I also fill in different capacities in the field, many times as a rock technician or whitewater tech. Rio, Agua, and I end up working together a lot on the different river sections, especially on the Pacuare River.
You take the paddle and you like lean it against your hip like this, and you just kind of rock back, pivoting off of your hip, okay?
When you're whitewater rafting, you really have to like work as a team, and so you always have a boat captain.
Sometimes what happens is that the person on the front left will forward paddle, and then the person front right, and then the boat kind of does this kind of like tweaking motion down the river. It doesn't give you a whole lot of power. So keeping the group in rhythm, keeping them in sync that's a really important point.
Left turn! Left turn! Left turn! Right turn! Right turn! And stop! Right turn!
We need a lot of concentrate, paddle hard. It's very fun because it's a lot of action.
As soon as I saw the rapids, I was like, oh yeah, I am so ready for this.
I was excited at first until we got on the raft. I was so scared because I'm not really used to being on a float where it could just tip over or it takes a group of people to be able to make it work. I was just scared just of what might happen.
The reason why we have a whitewater technician specifically at this school is due to the nature of the rivers in Costa Rica. They are the single most dangerous element in our course area, and they're changing all the time. You've got big water, big hydraulics forming, bigger holes forming, a lot more pressure, a lot more power pushing you into the rocks.
When you're approaching a rapid, you're mostly listening for the commands first because your commander is the person that tells you like what you have to do. If you mess that up, you can get into some pretty bad stuff.
Not easy to get there.
If you are not where the boat needs to be, it can be really, really dangerous. boat will end up recycling several times. Many times you'll have swimmers who fall out of the boat. They would be underneath the boat, etc., etc. Many times I've been right on the line, and then something happens, and the boat ends up starting to spin, and I get pushed off the most ideal line.
In the beginning, Mantis, she almost got thrown right out of the boat. She flew, I was like in the front, and she was right behind me. She got flown right in front of me.
The rafting itself is fairly intense. It's very beautiful, but also intense. And they will have to learn very quickly to work together in order to get through it.
If you're gonna succeed, you succeed as a team. If you go down, you fall together.
Coming up on Discovery Kids Outward Bound, the team tests the waters in a different way. But this time, Mantis gets a little carried away.
I saw the rock, but I wasn't for sure where I was going.